What's going on, folks? Painless. Let's go on and get into it. Get into it. Get into it. I've said this. I've said this till I'm blue in the face. I've told you that, and I've been saying this for years. I've told y'all that Hispanics, not all, but in general, their culture do not have that white guilt that the everyday white person in America you see shuffling around here. And I live in the South. And let me tell you something. I can't tell you how many times white folks have, I can just be minding. And this is the thing, and I used to wonder why. But now I not wonder, but I used to be like, that's odd. That ain't never happened to me. But since I moved to the South, this happens pretty often. I could be minding my own damn business, looking for I can be in the bread aisle at Publix, looking at what type of damn bread I want. And I can have a Caucasian male, usually is a male, come up to me in this, they'll say something like, wow, they really made it easy. And when he said that, because this actually happened to me, when he said that, he was alluding to there's so many damn bread selections. You want flat bread, thin bread, oat, multi-grain, flourless. He was saying hey, damn. Can you make it any harder? But he used it, you know what I'm saying? Many of y'all know what I'm talking about. See, but that happens quite often. And I believe sometimes white folks really think they're trying to or want to right the wrongs that have historically we've been at, that has divided us historically here in the United States of America. I believe a lot of white folk walk around like, damn, let me just go up and, and it can be genuine. And, I've read, it makes me think, I have a detector. I can spot bullshit from a mile away. I can spot racism. Racist, they can't hide their shit. They ain't got no poker face. None. I can tell when a woman's not into me. It's just, you got to be aware, you got to be a student of people. I can tell when a man is jealous, and jealousy the cloak of jealousy is worn by a lot of men. I talked about when I lived in Hawaii, when I used to just go in the gym, again, painless, minding his own damn business. And I get all these little Filipinos in here looking at me, little islanders, and they looking at me like, you can just tell the scared hate coming out of them. Because they know they got to be in this gym damn near every day. Where me, I could come in there and mess with some weights 2 or 3 days and get chiseled like like Ron Coleman or somebody. I could come out of there looking like Apollo Creed 2 days a week in a little cardio with a good diet. Y'all little Asians, y'all gotta be in there pulling double shift, doing 2-a-days out this month. Y'all gotta do 2-a-days out this bitch, man. I look at a weight, I get swole. But I say all that to say is, most Hispanics walking around, They, especially from the Central American countries, El Salvador, Guatemala, Honduras, they ain't got no chill on no. You think you gonna come through talking about BLM? You think you gonna get away with that? You know what I'm saying? You think you gonna come through talking about reparations to some Hispanics? And they're already the largest ethnic group, the minority group. They surpass black folks. I see it all the time. I see it all the time. Because where I live, in a historically black area of the city where I live, it's not many Hispanics. It's still black. I mean, but that part of Nashville is being gentrified. They running black folks up out the north side. They knocking them projects down. These white folks is not going to let, and I've said this, these white folks is not going to let Nashville turn into a damn Memphis. They will cut off their arms. They will sell the farm. They'll blow this whole mug up before they let that happen. And I say, rightfully so. Good. Don't let Nashville turn into a Memphis. And it won't. Because white folks really run Nashville. The city council, you got your typical we got a black police chief. Stuff like that, little black figureheads. You can't go downtown Nashville and find a decent, higher, I guess you could say, more pristine lounge for black people in Nashville. You can't. It's all honky tonk. All honky tonk. And Broadway will never be a Beale Street. And I say good. They are hell bent on seeing Nashville does not turn into a Memphis. Now they work on, they will, and like I said, the black folks out here in Nashville, the ones who are really making things pop in the so-called black community in terms of businesses, they're coming from New York. They're coming from Detroit. A lot of folks from Michigan out here. They're coming from elsewhere. If any comparable city I could see Nashville turning into in terms of getting things business-wise is Atlanta. A smaller version. But then that Memphis shit, you cancel Christmas on that one. That ain't happening. So a lot of, and I've said this, all you Nashville local black folks that sitting on the sidelines hating at other black folks coming in and opening up shops and stores, your asses will be washed up and washed the fuck out and spat out. Because you can either get down or you can lay down. That is pretty much the mentality in Nashville from a business perspective, because there's a lot of money to be made out here. But yeah, it's going to turn into Atlanta. You go to Atlanta, it's hard to find a local person there's a regular old black person from Atlanta. It's hard. And many people who live in Atlanta, y'all know what I'm talking about. Hey man, where you from? Philly? Hey man, where you from? St. Louis? Hey man, where you coming from? Los Angeles? And that's what Nashville is going to turn out. And looking at the sector of the so-called black community. And they got a lot. But you know what? I'm going off. Let me get back in. So you had this young lady. And this is what I don't get. Y'all drove from North Carolina to Mexico. First off, what the hell type of sense does that make? I didn't know you can make a drive like I know you can, but who drives from North Carolina to Mexico? Like that is such an odd road trip. You know what I'm saying? I see people say, well, they was up to no good. I do think they were up to no good. I do think they were up to no good. I think they found what they was looking for too. Like I said, these Hispanics, they don't have that. They they're not playing. Just like I said, these Arabs on these bodegas. Like I told you, I remember I shared a story when I was in the Bay Area, and I said I don't shop in them stores. And my cousin was like, "What?" I mean, he was kind of like a semi-street guy. And he's like, "What?" He couldn't grasp what I was saying. I said, "Man, when don't you get like hurry up and buy vibes in this mug? Cause I do. Cause I went in. I said I'll never go again. I'll never go again. I don't play. And there's a lot of Arabs owned stores out here in Nashville, and you can look at some of the videos. These Arabs be beating the hell out of these black folks in Nashville. There's one store on the north side. You can Google it or YouTube it, and that store is still open. Do you know that? All them Negroes up there on the north side of Nashville still go in that damn store and still rock with them dudes. I tell you what, I bet you I would go so far as say, I bet you if it was some Caucasians up in there, some Caucasians, they were doing that in a Caucasian neighborhood, they'd be up out of there. You know they'd be out there if it was an Asian. We saw what happened to the LA riots. Them Koreans wasn't playing. People don't talk. A lot of people don't, because I first went to Los Angeles after the riots in '93. And that's when I was experienced. I was, it was summer of '93. Summer in '90. Anybody from Los Angeles, that time in the early '90s, it was cracking with the gang stuff. It was on that was dangerous. That was dangerous. It was dangerous. It was very dangerous. But that time it was just anybody that was left over from the riots, like the Koreans and stuff like that, they was on super nice mode after that. And a lot left. A lot of them left. A lot of them left. And, but anyway, that white guilt stuff, that stuff doesn't work. So when they went down there, how? So two of them survived. One got shot up still. But the girl is alive. And I can almost assure you, there's no coincidence that the girl is alive and the two dudes is dead. I believe those dudes got down there. I guess they thought they were still in Fayetteville or wherever the hell they from in North Carolina, and probably was popping that, talking real greasy, as they say. And them damn Mexicans wasn't having that. They were not having that. And see, some cultures, I know especially in a lot of Hispanic cultures, disrespect is not tolerated at all. And a lot of black folks, we don't understand a lot of concepts in how we address people. Like you can't just be talking. It reminds me of, and I bring this up a lot, it reminds me of like Marlo from The Wire. Remember that security? Remember that security guard knew he messed up. He knew he messed up. When he stepped in Marlo's face like that, that was the ultimate. And that's how a lot of, it's that conquistador, machismo blood that runs through a lot of these Hispanics' veins that buy honor. And you gotta peep. A lot of them, they're European, so they had, you know, well, man, that was a long time ago, Pain. That shit. Well, you know how you say we was kings and we built the pyramids, and that we're the offspring of kings and queens. Well, they're the offspring of hierarchy, classism. Um, defend me, lady, my honor. But now it mixed with that Indian blood. You gotta. So disrespect is not tolerated with a lot of Hispanics. Respect and I'm not bigging them up. I'm just identifying because I've encountered of course, being around the world. I got good friends and I got family who are Hispanics. This stuff like that. And respect, when you get disrespectful, that's fighting words. That is, whereas a lot of black Americans, we love to just pop off at the mouth and think, especially, real slick, like a woman, especially guys. And we know why. A lot of them, over 70% of households in the so-called black community have a woman at the head. By default, the men are going to pick up a lot of them female mannerisms that, especially this culture in question, does not play. That slick mouth, that having to have the last word, that is not played in a lot of Hispanic, Mexican, Puerto Rican, in general, Hispanics, they don't really play that. There's no coincidence that she wasn't harmed, which they probably said, well, she's a woman. And cartel painters, everybody can get it. Yeah, I know that. But the other guy that survived, I think he's in stable condition. He got popped up. But the other two, they was killed. They killed their asses. And yeah, I can go into the BBL and, like, damn, sister, you could have got your ass on a damn treadmill or the Stairmaster. Or if you could have stopped eating all that nasty ass food and drinking and lose a little bit of weight, you wouldn't have to take your ass down to a country that don't really rock with your kind like that. You could have did that. So you can look at this from a variety of ways. But my thing is, like I said, when you go to these countries, black folk, don't bring them Negro ways down there because you will get clapped up. You'll get clapped up. Do y'all know Malcolm X's grandson was murdered in Mexico City? A lot of people don't know that. Google it. This happened almost 10 years ago. He was in a rough area of Mexico City. There was the dispute about a bill, and he was killed by two bartenders. And do you know that there's no footage of it? They removed the cameras. A lot of the cameras were pointed at different. So, they just, the Shabazz family had to just charge it to the game. And you Negroes like to go down. Y'all like to go down. I just found out what Sosua was in Dominican Republic. And I watch, because on YouTube you can watch videos, guys, or whoever walking around. And they showing all these girls, all these tramps. That's what I call them. And I'm like, y'all flying over here for this shit? Y'all flying all the way over here to fuck with some chicks that y'all could have met on Henry Hines in Dallas. Y'all flying all over here to meet some chicks Y'all could have found on 56 in Figueroa, all up and down Figueroa, from the 50s to the 100s. Y'all flying over here for this shit? And then I look at the sand on the beach. It's all dirty. You can tell it's probably nothing but condom, people pissing on them. It just looks real dirty. And I said to myself, I said, this is, you Negro, y'all like to, we outside. Hashtag we outside. And when y'all go to these places, y'all try to go to the roughest part. But see, there are thugs over there too, and hitters over there too. And there's hard legs over there too. See, I think black men in America think you the hardest ones. When you ain't, you ain't. And I know you ain't. I know you ain't. Shit, when I lived in Hawaii, and I used to bounce, I can't tell you how many times I seen brothers go over there. Thinking they on that slick Willie fly shit, popping, not being respectful, and them damn Hawaiians get on their ass something fierce. Them damn local boys would get on their ass something fierce. And see, the thing about the locals, they'll just knock you out and walk off. They'll spare you because they could crush. But I've seen it so many times. And that's just Hawaii. But Hawaii, it's a different culture to me. It just happens to be part of the United States by default. But no, it's a whole different culture over there. And one thing that will get you a long way in Hawaii is respect. But one thing that will get you crushed in Hawaii is disrespect. And I've seen a lot of brothers go over there and get disrespectful and get disrespected in return. In American black men, we love to walk around. This because folks see you all over the world running up and down a field with a ball and dunking a ball, that ain't the same thing as getting your ass beat or giving an ass beating. A lot of us as black men, we think we the toughest damn thing on the damn planet, and we are not. We're not. There's a select few that is about that life. And they happen to be the ones who are most guys that are really thug, can sit down for 20 years, 18 years. They're very respectful. They're very respectful. Like look, this is how I look at respect. You're gonna learn respect. Either you're gonna learn it in prison, because you think you can go around and be disrespectful to other grown men in a place where I'm gonna see you again. I might slash your face. You're going to learn respect. You're going to learn respect from somewhere. You go to the military. You're going to learn respect. You're going to learn that, it ain't all about you. But a lot of us black men, we don't have that. And it's because a lot of us been raised by women. Women are used to getting, and in most cases, do get their own damn way. So if you raise around number of women, yes, what you think you're supposed to get your own damn way, but you're a man. And most men around the planet, that's a form, they don't tolerate that shit. They don't tolerate arguing. I said that. I've been saying this shit for years. And even to you divestors, I've said this. I say, you think Juan and Siegfried and Camille, you think they're going to tolerate that shit you be doing here in America with black men? No. That's why I say you divestors, y'all are delusional. Y'all are delusional. And the white man, white man, they look at a black woman, it's kind of like, look, man, we told you that damn stove top is hot. Oh, no, dude, it's okay. And then your ass get burnt. Now, Ty, White Mike, now you want to come to the brothers and we like, we told your ass, Keisha, that she's on that shit. We told you. But you had to go get touched. You had to go touch that fire, that stove, and now you know. Now you know. But yeah, this is to me, I think they went over there looking for what they wanted. And they found it, unfortunately. You can't be going over there playing in other people's. And, and I said this about Mexico. I've been to Mexico. I did a video. I said I've been to Mexico several times. Mexico, if I turn on CNN right now, oh, Mexico fell in the water. Oh, I'll be like, oh, well, okay. And I'm not saying, but I don't give a good goddamn about Mexico. No, nowhere. Like, I'm not, and like I said, look, them people on the resorts, Juanito and Gloria, that's changing. More towers, senor? More drink, senorita? They're paid to act that way. Once you take your ass off that resort, it's different. And y'all Negroes need to understand that. Stop with that, I'm traveling, I'm out here, and next thing, they burying your ass to your neck on the damn beach and letting crabs eat your fucking head while you alive. And then they're going to put that on the internet. So stop. That's why I said all this, like I said, when I run into women, I have a passport. Painless person, I have a passport. But when I see chicks talking about must have passport, and I'm like, bitch, for what? You ain't even been west of the Mississippi. And for all you travel, I love to travel. I love to go out and eat. Look, let me tell you something. If you ain't been to the Grand Canyon, shut up, please. If you haven't been to Yellowstone Park, please have several seats. If you haven't been to... There's so many things in America to see. But you're also quick to think y'all traveling international, and you go and you start messing around in people's country who really don't care for you. See, and them people over there, they familiar with the hierarchy in America. They know black folks is at the damn bottom damn near, and you coming over there, and you think you think you're gonna stunt on them? Oh, they're like, hey, Humberto, I got 2 dread heads down here. Why is it da? And then they on your head. They used to white men coming over, they used to that. They've been coming here for centuries. But they like, we gonna let these mayates come over here and stunt on us? Oh no. Oh no, Jack. No way, no how. No, what they say? No way, Jose. Oh, no way, Jose. But yeah, man, you got to be on point when you go. And, to me, that's why I stay my ass on the resort. Don't go off the beaten path. That don't make you a real nigga. It makes you a dead one. That's what it does. It makes you dead. And like I said, this story got funk. It's something fishy about the story. Why you got 3 niggas? One of them was married, which is suspect. I'm like, damn, yo, what did you tell your wife? Did you tell, what was that about? Hey, I'm going with this girl and 2 other niggas so she get a BBL. Like, how did that conversation go, brother? But was you going down there for a BBL? I mean, why drive? You would think after a procedure like that, oh, let's get back in the whip, head back to North. Your ass got to sit down. For that, I mean, at least on the plane, yeah, on the plane you gonna sit down, but at least on the plane, you probably stand up and then you probably wouldn't leave that fast. I don't know. And see, that's what makes it more convoluted. Cause like, damn, why didn't y'all just fly? You come down there with North Carolina tags on. Was you too broke to buy a damn plane ticket? And I'm not being insensitive. I just don't smooth this over. And it's going to come out. I believe it's going to come out. Don't smooth this over like, oh, they were just some tourists. No, I believe they found what they was looking for, unfortunately. And, yeah. But I just want to talk about that. Travel warnings is a bitch. You get on the CIA site, CIA.gov, look for any country, I know it's CIA.gov, maybe FBI has one, but they will tell you, do not go here. Don't go there. This place is cool. This place ain't cool. Before you just get up and start traveling places, black folk. God damn. Be so in a damn hurry we out here, we try, look at me on Instagram, going live and shit. Now you ain't alive. Painless out.